Good day. I am Dave Palermo and I am going to share the two stories I have chosen to reflect. First is The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. I will give you the background about the author of the story first. Edgar Allan Poe, born on January 19, 1809 in Boston, a writer, poet, critic, and editor. Edgar Allan Poe tales of mystery and horror gave birth to the modern detective story and many of his works, including The Telltale Heart. So, the theme of this story was the madness, sanity, and guilt. The main themes in The Telltale Heart, the pressure of guilt and passage of time. Madness and sanity, the narrator's attempt to prove his sanity as he explains the meticulous plans for killing, and the old man only prove his madness. The whole story, the narrator is trying to convince us that he isn't crazy and share all the details of how he covered up his crime. So the mood of the story use a lot of descriptive sounds to create the mood of fear, anxiety, paranoia, and the effect is overwhelming. So the conflict here is the narrator's conflict on her mental ability. So the symbolism used in the story was the eye and the heart. So the eye which represent the evil and the heart which symbolize the narrator's guilt and conscience. So the point of view is the first person point of view. First person because the narrator is the one who will describe what he done on the old man, his plans for killing. So the moral lesson I have learned in this story. In this story, I have learned and realized the very importance of our mental health, due to the fact that it is one of the reasons of suicide and making crimes, commonly on teenagers. And what I have scared is the numbers of people having mental illness is increasing. A depression to a person can break down his or her mental health. So what I have realized is a person whom experience this kind of situation needs someone to talk and care about them. Maybe family, friends, or other people that have concerns like teachers. Speaking of teachers, as future teachers, we should be aware of students' situations and feelings in order to help those who need help and prevent adding pressure to them that eventually cause them to make suicide. This kind of illness can happen to anyone. Even me as a student and a son, I experienced mental breakdowns for my disappointments happen in my life. And that feeling I hate the most. The feeling that there is no hope and some point taking my life off to end sufferings. What I mean in this story, we can reflect many knowledge from the situation that we can apply in reality and to ourselves, even other people. After reading, I see the true value of caring on our mental health. The second story in which I have reflected on is The Black Cat. First, I will give you the summary. The narrator is introduced as an alcoholic who married young and his household has many pets, but his favorite is his black cat Pluto. The narrator hung his black cat and his house caught on fire. His crazy actions range on his intemperance. The narrator killed his wife after he stopped his attempt to get rid of the cat. The narrator hides the body of his wife in the wall and soon the truth was revealed. So the major themes here are the justice and truth. So the narrator tries to hide the truth by walling up his wife's body, but the voice of the black cat helps bring him to justice. So the symbolism used in the story, the black cat is the black cat in which represent as bad luck. So the mood of the story is the cold and bitter. So it was seen in the many scenes in the story. So the point of view in the story was first person point of view. The unnamed narrator of the Black Cat is obviously a first person narrator. He's central narrator because he is talking about things that he did or things that happened to him rather than things he watched or heard about. So, the lesson I have learned in the story is about the black cat is beautiful story that teach us the lesson in life that very applicable in the present. Its story tells about the problems in alcohol, in which resulted for the uncontrolled actions, because he cannot manage his anger if he got alcohol or drunk. His pet and wife killed by his own hands. In today's society, alcohol is anywhere we can buy, and for some people it became their habits. Because alcohol, a person can lose control and did things that they couldn't did if they are not in influence of alcohol. Afterwards, they regret what they have done. We can reflect that alcohol is not good to any person that can control, and it is addictable. A character that catches my attention is the narrator cannot control his anger, cover the love towards his wife and favorite pet. I see this important learning that I can get because I understand that to my future profession, it's important to control my emotions because the anger can't do nothing but bad result. Maybe in some point due to the anger I can hurt students or other people around me. And another thing, it is not good to have reputation of being short-tempered because as future teachers, they can see us a role model. In addition to the lesson, I have learned that our conscience as humans will show our guilt and it will show the truth. No matter how hard we try to hide our wrong deed to others, the truth cannot covered. That's all. Thank you for listening. Thank you.